back here with Hitman 2 Silent Assassin. I'm feeling good about this episode, largely because, I mean, it just can't go worse than last time, right? How could that possibly happen? But I am a little nervous because we have the same mission briefing as the previous episode, which means all that stuff where I was like, what are they talking about an alarm grid? I didn't see an alarm grid or tripwires or anything. Probably means that's happening now in this mission. So our objective only for this mission is just to head into the actual, where it says exit here, which is the sort of entrance to the castle, and then the next mission will be taking place properly in the castle, we imagine, but I guess there are going to be tripwires and stuff before then. If it's going to be the same as before where the guards, if you have a guard's outfit, then they go, hey, let me check your ID, and it takes them a while to shoot you, I might actually try the same strategy where I just get an outfit and then just kind of, ad-lib my way through the rest. Oh, wait, someone says they see me? Wait, why is my alarm going off so high? Did I hit a tripwire or something? Oh boy, things are bad already. Anyway, so let's start by trying that. Let's just try and snag an outfit of someone, namely you, my friend, and then see about just bum rushing our way into the front door. Maybe that'll work that easily. That's the wrong thing, 47. And now we go sneaky, and hopefully they're not about to turn around immediately and see everything that I'm about to do, although someone else might see this. Oh, wait! Ah, okay, run! And so basically what I'm getting at is that I would be okay with getting through this mission in a stupid, that's definitely not how you were supposed to do it kind of way. Ow! Oh, info mission failed. Oh, interesting. Mission failed, you say? Wait, oh, so I have to, not be seen by a certain amount, or what? Interesting. Anyway, I've been told that the Hidden Valley mission, I don't know whether that the person who said it was counting this one as well, or if they were just counting the part 1 of this, as in the previous episode, but I've been told that this is infamously kind of janky and a little wild, so I'm glad it wasn't just me who was, floundering and panicking after that previous mission. So let me try and grab a guard's uniform from up here this time, because there was a guard hanging out by themselves somewhere in these trees here, right? That should be easy to sneak up on. Yeah, here you are. And then from that point on, I'll just see about avoiding any guard sightlines, but there were sniper towers there also, so that'll be something the outfit will be useful for. And I just gotta find a point. I'm just gonna monitor your route a little bit, see where you go, and then try and sneak up on you. You're heading right towards the cliff now, so I assume you're about to turn around in 2 or 3 seconds. Yeah, there you go. But I think I saw you walking even as far as there, so once you... Oh no, you start walking this way. Interesting. I don't know when you might turn around on this route, so I won't start creeping up behind you just yet. But my apologies, a Silent Assassin ranking is probably pretty unlikely if I'm gonna try sort of somewhat the same strategy on this one. The reason I'm trying to get to this strategy earlier on in this episode rather than just actually trying to feel it out and think about a smarter way to do this up front is, if this is how I'm going to eventually do it, I'd rather cut to the chase on that matter and not waste anyone's time. That said, this place looks slightly less claustrophobic than the previous one, so it may be so that doing a full proper stealth route version of this is totally possible. But I think I'd like to at least start with blending a bit of social stealth by getting your outfit. I didn't realize you were going to walk all this way. This is very useful, because you're going to walk right past this this row of trees I'm standing in front of when you're on your way back. And provided I don't screw it up like a complete and total moron, that'll be an easy way to get your outfit. And yes, as I was saying before, it seems that perhaps your sight box, so to speak, is just down the middle of your body, because my arm is sticking out here with the anesthetic and they haven't seen it. Alright, when they look left, I'm going to start sneaking. And they should carry along this path for some time, such that this would be easy enough. I'm going to go for the full 5 anesthetics again, assuming once more that when we enter the next level, they'll give us another 5, giving us effectively 1.5 full doses. Or, 1.6, whatever. However you want to. That's more accurate, I guess. Why? Wait, why am I getting a stealth? Why? Does that mean this one saw me or something? I don't know why that sometimes happens. Alright, we know you carry on for the path down, a ways down there. You basically skirt the whole thing. I should have enough time to creep up behind you here. Even walk for a little bit of this and then crouch again here. I feel like this guard is walking, just a little bit faster than some of the casual walks we've had in the past, but shouldn't be enough that I can't catch up to you before you get to the point where you turn around, I think, because I'm almost there, and you have to go all the way past these 3 trees before you turn around, so we should basically have an assured clothes capturing this time. Give me your clothes! And I suppose this is something to remember for if I don't succeed this time, which I think is decently likely, that we were saying before that since it seemingly they check your ID regardless, it doesn't actually really matter when this person wakes up, as long as I get out of their eyesight before then. So I only really need to use 1 or 2 on them, because them looking for a suspicious guard doesn't mean anything. So if the tripwire was the problem last time, we're about to see the alert just shoot up to max, and it go mission failed again. But I'm not sure if that's what happened. I sure hope there aren't any landmines. Did she say there would be landmines? I don't think she said there would be landmines. That would be ridiculous. Wow, you can see the castle coming into view. It's pretty majestic. I'm almost envious, but then I think about how much it would take to clean it and just... you can have it. Scrap it for historical value and sell it off to collectors. Use the money for something better. Nah, I'm not into it. So let's just give it a try at walking more or less along the path to the front door, avoiding guards where possible, because holy crap, I didn't notice you were there at all. So if they start shooting me, it just is mission failed? Is that what I'm understanding?
47, we have the position.
Ah, I see. You have the position. Well, that was my foremost concern. All right, so let me try that again, but just be a little more conscious of sight lines. I didn't see that guard before they saw me, though, so. I assume she was about to say I have the position of the tripwires that you must not cross. So next time I hear her say that, ideally I'm still in stealth and I can actually pause and look at those. It looks like a bit more stealth will be required in this one. It seems like there are enough sniper towers and you're mostly out in the open with no real underground passage. There isn't another map to this, is there? Oh, there's castle. It didn't actually seem to change. Oh, wait, no, all it does is show you the stairs on this here. Nevertheless, it seems like I won't be able to just run right through as I did before, because this one has a lot. This is where all the electronic stuff she was hinting at previously, it seems to be. As well as the fact that there's a sniper tower and you're mostly out in the open. So the second you get spotted, that thing is going to kill you. Dara! I'm gonna kill you! Was that a wolf? I just heard howling. Wait, you turn around at this point, don't you? I picked a bad time to sneak up on you, is what that means, I think? Yeah. Right, so since the outfit does not seem to help me with the guards on the ground, it seems to just be for the snipers once again. My priority is still to play this like a stealth mission, and the outfit is almost solely just for not getting sniped. So I want to be real careful as I move on to avoid guards, sight lines, and even really just avoid guards in general. It seemed like it was going to be pretty wide open. Maybe not once you get to the castle, but out in the fields here, there was a lot of space in between guards, it seemed. It's just part of their route to kind of stop there and look to the left all of a sudden, but it freaks me out every time. Right, so I've made it this far. I see a guard way up there. I don't think do my binoculars mess with the render distance? Oh yeah, they make it a little better, it seems. So, oh, they basically take all the render fog away. That's awesome. I didn't realize they were that good. So it gives me a much better sense of where guards are ahead of my route. So it seems like between me and that sniper tower, which is where? I'm not sure, but we basically got you and not much else. Oh, there's one there. So it kind of seems like I want to kind of cut through the side of these woods and then get right to that little ramp up there. Let's start with that. Guards are looking for suspicious ninja, but because I only use a bit of anesthetic on that. The other one, our experience would suggest that doesn't actually change much. Oh, you're on your way back over here now. That's not good. I don't know how to hide from you when you're up there. And you're down there. Maybe I should just hang back a minute. I assume the guard whose clothes I took is just going to hang out there where I knocked them out. Right, so you're creeping there. You're creeping there. Are you going away from me now? Yes, you are. Oh, you just turned around again. So you have a pretty short route. I don't know about you, though. I said I wanted to go to the right there, but I guess if that guard's always going to be mucking about in these hills, that's maybe bad. I don't know how much the hill will really generate a sight line there. I would guess not much at all. Well, you know what? It almost seems like I could hide behind this sniper tower if I went now. So let me give that a try. These guards see stuff from far away, man. Like, I'm hoping neither of these two will see anything.
We have the position on the central alarm grid. Check out your map. Be careful.
Okay, I don't want to hang around here too long. The central map. Oh, so these are how I can shut it off, but where is actually it? Like, am I about to trip something if I walk over here? Oh my god, and I'm walking, like, in tandem with you. This is very, very bad, what I'm doing right now. Please tell me you're about to turn right and not left. Okay. Because I kind of like to go this way around the sniper tower. It doesn't let me go as close to the wall as I'd like to go. I have a bad feeling that guard will see me on their way through where they're going there. Is it better if I crouch then, maybe? Let me try it. I'm still not 100% certain if crouching is better for visual stealth and the sneaking is just better for oral stealth. Maybe I'll get away with this. It doesn't seem like anyone's headed to where I am. When she said electronic tripwires, I'm picturing there being like lines in the snow I'm not allowed to cross, where if I cross it, just everyone knows where I am, and maybe it's an instant mission fail. I'm still a little weirded out by what happened the other time, where it just said mission failed and immediately paused the game for me. I assume it's because I made too much of a stir, but then last time it wasn't like that. Last time I got when the sniper tower shot me to death, I was like in an alert state for a fair bit of time then. Right, so this looks almost like maybe it'll just be a wall, but maybe I can just creep around this side. Let me just check my map again. It looks like you can get around this side. So what you're trying to do is, I don't fully understand how you get into this compound in the first place. Oh, through the back entrance, is it? That looks like it'll suck. But I suppose we want to turn off the alarm. Oh, there's a way to do it from outside here, but that looks like, oh, you would have had to take this upper route here, which, no. Thanks. All right, so playing this super sneak, as far as I have, hasn't yielded any problems. So I haven't crossed any tripwires or anything like that. So this is a reasonably safe route where there aren't too many people looking. Oh boy. I can't get as close to the wall as I want to. It's not fair. Oh, good. So let's just creep up this way as far as it lets us. Oh, I can't even climb this. Neat. I kind of assumed this would just be a wall. Of course, I haven't the foggiest idea what's over this crest of this hill, but it seemed like there was at least one back entrance from that side if I read that map correctly. I'm looking at this little thing here, although it looks pretty like it would be hard to get through if there was a guard anywhere around here. But then I don't know what else would be easier, I suppose. And the map, because of the weird architecture of this place, it's not like a normal building, it's like, you know, an ancient old castle. The map isn't giving me a super strong sense of what the inside looks like at any point, so I'm thinking I'm just gonna have to have a look around myself to be really sure. I think that was just the guard up there coughing, so I don't think there's anyone nearby to me who would be a problem. So this is just like so blocked off it's not even funny. Don't go that way, the game seems to say. And what way is that? That is the only way up to this entrance here. I mean, there's just guards peppered all over there, so that's a no-go. I would have to assume going in the front is a no-go. But I suppose I haven't actually seen yet. I'm a little anxious because if this were any other kind of mission, I think I would be able to, the second they see me, I'd be like, okay, well, I know I'm going to die, but let me just run around for a bit so I can get a little sense of the layout. But since it just auto mission failed me that one time, I've got a sense that you can only be in like the alert phase for so long in this place, or like you can't be in the alert phase when you're this close to the castle or something. It'll just instant fail you. So let me hop down this. What kind of guards are on this? I mean, it looks like completely unguarded right up to the front door. Okay, well now I see there's like a laser gate over the entrance there, sure. So I guess maybe we do want to go to this fuse box thing, but I guess I can't get there from here. I mean, it sort of looks like there might be a ramp up there somewhere, but I'm not convinced. We know there are guards that walk up this path and everything, right? I mean, I don't see any right now. That doesn't mean much. Let me just try putting a super stupid run on here. Just dash my way over and around. Yeah, I doubt I'll be able to just Skyrim my way up any of this. It looks like I would have to actually... Oh, this looks like you could get up. There was a guard patrolling up here, right? I'm, like, really nervous about running into them. Maybe it's fine. Okay, so we dash over this way, and this thing here is where that big fuse box thing was. So I assume I knocked that out and I can walk through that front gate. It seemed unguarded? Oh, this is not unguarded, though. I might want to think about tranquilizing you, but I'm going to get behind this rock first thing. Oh, I really could go for a mission save right around here. I don't want to do the rest of this again. Please tell me they're not going to see me over this rock. Doesn't look good, does it? Ooh! Okay, I'm just going to hang out here and study your route for a bit. I don't know if I just, like, can I just shoot this generator thing, or do I have to actually get up there and do something with it? It looks like I have to walk up and hit a button or something, doesn't it? I guess I could try shooting it, but then this one will be on high alert, probably. Okay, so this one's route is super, super tight, so I think what I'm trying to do is wait for them to be walking away from me and then just get to the next rock. Oh, sorry, I bumped the camera. I think these rocks are very purposefully placed here. Okay, so I'm gonna wait for you to look right, and then you look left, and I get... Ooh, wait. I'm holding like shift and control at the same time. I'm like, do I want to sprint or do I want to crouch? I don't know. All right, getting from here to the next one's gonna be tough. Okay. Not impossible, but tough. Yeah, this is definitely a situation where you'd want a mission save. If you look my way and then just dash. Don't turn around, don't turn around, don't turn around. Ah! Okay. But just so I know, how would I, there's a button, right?
Excellent.
Good. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm not doing it. Oh my god! What the hell did they hit me with?
47, this is Diana again.
Yes?
We have a satellite patch through here of your position.
Oh.
We can see that you managed to blow up one of the units.
Well, I turned it off.
Excellent work.
Thank you.
However, there's at least one more unit as far as we can see from the
I need both of them.
link. Check out your map before going any further, 47.
Gotcha. Thanks. She said I blew it up, which makes it sound like I probably can shoot it. It's weird how unguarded the actual front of the castle seems to be. And maybe that every means of ingress, the one in the front and the two in the back on left and right, all are guarded by that sort of laser wall thing, such that I would need to take out this generator regardless of which way I'm going in, so. And they kind of made it sound like I would need to take out both generators, actually, which is weird because one of them is on the inside, right? Maybe it was something I could, shoot from afar. That guard's route was tight enough that that would be obviously a lot easier if I just anesthetic'd them, but I don't know that that is possible with how short that guard's route was. Man, I would not envy trying to sneak up on someone in the snow. With all the air crunching out of it and everything. I mean, I guess depending on what kind of snow it is, some of it's a bit more powdery and fluffy and wouldn't make as much of a noise. Nevertheless, this strat definitely seems to get us just about as far as the castle outer limits anyway. In the sense of it protected us from the sniper towers that far, even though I was acting super suspicious. So I'm pretty confident now that the sniper towers only see you if you're not disguised or if someone else has already recognized you're bogus. So those, fuse box things were not marked before. So that's all, when she says the first thing where she's like, hey, we've marked things on your map, all she's telling me is she's marking the location of those two generator things. It doesn't seem like there are any kind of, hidden tripwires or landmines or anything I need to worry about, at least yet.
47, we
scared
have
the
the
crap
position
out
on
of
this.
me.
Be careful.
Thank you. There's a maybe kind of thing that there's a chance that the locations of those grid generators are randomized somewhat, and they're not always in the same place, and that's why she kind of reports them and then adds them to your map in that way. So let's look. I seem to be in the same spot. But what I still don't understand is one of them seems to be inside, so if it's laser gated all entrances to the inside anyway, I don't know how I'd be expected to turn that one off. What that probably means is at least one of the back entrances is not laser gated. But if I'm already getting in by way of the back entrance, what do I need to shut off the gate for? Maybe there are more laser gates than just that one on the front. Tough to say at present. Whether this crouching is helping more than the sneak or not, I also can't say. But I haven't been seen and I'm using it. Correlation does not equal causation, but it'll be good enough for me at the moment. And there's basically no one around here. I can more or less run this whole way around the back of this sniper tower. And then the only guard around here is you, who just walked over there, and I can just wait for you to... You seem to be the only guard who, really patrols this area. I might just... Oh yeah, and you're turning around now. I might just, before I go to the generator thing this time, because I'm curious, creep up to the front and see what's kind of just beyond the laser gate. Because I assume if I don't touch it, I'm probably fine, right? So you can probably at least get a look in there, see if there are any guards and that sort of thing. Yeah, we don't see much. I'm kind of looking at a garage door here. Oh no, those are stairs, not a garage door. And it's not too far from the staircase that will lead us to the exit, or maybe that's a staircase down from somewhere. I'm not entirely sure of the layout of this place without being in there. They've got wooden torches right behind this high-tech electronic sensor beam. And then just right behind it, they're lighting it with torches. That's really funny. It's like having a big sports car, but it's got a cardboard spoiler. So it didn't seem like there are any guards hanging around this portion at all, save for that one up on that ridge there. So I'm good to run all the way up here to where this generator's at. I kind of want to try shooting it this time, because it looks like it's going to be hard to do anything else. But I'm also kind of curious to just sneak in from the back without touching the generator and seeing what's up there, because maybe the generator's only for if you're going through the front. I kind of doubt it, considering they made such a big deal out of it. And also, realistically speaking, it might actually be easier to get to the generator if I'm coming from around that back wall. Oh no, there's not much place to hide there. I'm not sure. And it's not like you could hide around that side of the fence because they look right as they go there. There's probably enough time if you play the spacing just right to anesthetize this one. Actually, I'm going to give that a go. That will be just way easier, I think. Sorry. The way he threw the gun on the ground and it like bounced up onto the rock and then backwards. For some reason, I found super funny. 47's like leaning on the snow with his bare hands. I can run a bit here and then start walking and... Oh, I'm never gonna have enough time. Maybe. Just as long as I crouch at the absolute last possible moment. Oh, no, I left it too long. Anyway, don't check my ID. Don't do that. No, don't do that. If I were to ask you to do anything, it would be to not do that. And I'm just gonna have a good look at trying to find out what happens in the back here. If I'm not mistaken, I didn't notice at the time, but when I whipped out the tranquilizer, or the silenced gun in... Oh, there's laser guard here, you see. If I walk into it, do I just lose?
This is Diana. You have triggered the alarm.
Oh yeah, she said abort the mission, so you basically just lose if you touch the alarm. Good to know. Sorry, I got caught in several trains of thought there. In the ambassador mission, when I tried to shoot the general when I was at point blank, 47 actually went like he was going to do a melee attack. So there may be like a non-lethal, maybe that kills them anyway, but there may be a non-lethal melee attack you can do if you're like unarmed or something. I'm not sure. Actually, let me try that. Just unarmed, let me run up to someone and hit the fire button. Can he just punch them? If he was willing to smack them with a gun, then... Because I'm pretty sure this is a thing you can do in later games. You can just knock people out by like punching them and stuff. So, I don't seem to have any kind of melee attack here, but if I pull out my gun, can I like bonk you on the head? I can. But it doesn't knock you out instantly, and it doesn't seem to be a... I don't know if that would be a lethal or non-lethal kind of takedown. But I guess it's good to know we have an option. I mean, I assume if you have to smack them in the head that many times, they're probably gonna die. Just something that came to my mind all of a sudden was that I was able to melee attack in that one mission, and I never had seen that before, and nor used it since. Nevertheless, anestheticing that one seems like it's gonna be an exercise in frustration. What? Don't see things. Is it maybe a situation of the one on the outside disables these two gates? I'm not sure. I guess the best way to do this would just be to disable it and then see what's what. I can say I'm quite fond of this mission already. This is pretty cool. The enhanced guard eyesights makes it just like a little bit of a trial and error frustration kind of feeling. It kind of pervades the whole thing, but it feels like this is the routes and everything are much more balanced in this one than the previous mission. And there's not quite as much. So far I haven't had quite as much weirdness happening. There's no truck running around mowing down the NPCs. There's no bodies falling through the floor. And now that I know it's a two-parter mission, the briefing makes a lot more sense.
47, we have the
Every
position
time,
on
man.
the central alarm.
It happens at the same place. How am I still scared? So this time my mission
47.
objective actually does say get to the castle undetected, so I get the sense that I will fail the mission. Yeah, I think if I cause an alert in the confines of the castle, it probably insta-fails me, even if it isn't via like the alarm laser grid. So if it's going to force me to stealth, then actually there's a much more decent chance of me getting Silent Assassin on this one. It's a bit weird that they just like cover that area with guards, like there's no way you're getting through here without just killing everyone. I'm not sure I exactly understand why they've designed it that way yet. They may have a reason. I do appreciate how relatively unguarded that entire, whatever cardinal direction that is, east side is, though, in the sense that I can basically very easily rock my way up onto here. I've got my doubts that you'll be able to just shoot the generator, but it sure would be 1,000 times easier than sneaking around that guard, so I'd like to try it when I get close enough that they probably won't see me fire the gun. But I mean, she did literally say, we have reports, like, according to our surveillance, you blew up the generator, which really makes it sound like I should be able to shoot it. I guess the silenced ballers would be a good choice for that. I saw, was that just smoke coming from my gun, or was that smoke coming from the generator? Well, I got so much ammo on this, but let's give it a few more shots. At least the guard doesn't seem to have noticed. I don't think that had any effect whatsoever. Let's maybe creep over there. I don't suppose distractions are really a mechanic at this point. Hang on, let me actually just try riddling this thing with bullets from over here. Yeah, I don't think that's doing anything. Mercifully, the guard doesn't hear that. Yeah, I'm finding sneaking around this guard with the boulders really difficult. You know what I'm gonna do? When they turn around, I'm gonna try and take, like, the wide route around. That's maybe dumb, but I'm just gonna try a bunch of stuff on this place and probably die several times. Okay, I got to that boulder with relative ease. Yeah, I may as well give a try at shutting this thing off and getting out. In theory, once I'm in there, the generator itself acts as a sightline to me, so I can hide reasonably well with that, but it's a very, very tight game of timings. So I'm not sure I have the precise timing I should be aiming for down just yet, but that's not going to stop me from trying. Okay, that seems to have worked well enough. Boop.
Excellent work. However, there's at least one more unit as far as we can see from the satellite link. Check out your map before going any further, 47.
Right, this one, but a security sector has been shut down, so that makes it sound like one of the laser gates will be down now. Which one, who can say? I guess the one that makes most sense is the one in the back here, because they're just like, in terms of a game design standpoint, that's probably where they'd expect you to head next. So when you look over there, I'm gonna go here. You would hear me running from here, right? No, you wouldn't actually. So next time you go away from me in this point, I'm gonna just like sprint out of here. But yeah, it's tough. Like, it's really, really tight, the guard sightline on this one. Like, you're down to like a second of error you have either direction. I'm going for it. Oh, did they turn around that fast, or did they see me out of the peripheral vision? I have no idea. I guess I run the same speed back. No, I run slower backwards, so it's not like I could have checked then. My mission status still reads as I get to the castle undetected. So am I fine? Like, if I get out of your sightline, can we just call that okay enough? Because I'd be okay with that. Because you're way over there, so you're not going to see this. And is this one down now? Yes, it is. Right? Okay, got it. So that's the idea of the root of this, but I have no idea what kind of guards are inside here, so who knows? Oh, there's one there. Well, I have no idea. Oh, okay. So I can only do this bit if I didn't get seen at all earlier, because otherwise those guys are, even though they look like the rest of the guards, they work on the sniper rules where if a fuss has been caused, they're displeased and will shoot you. So that you can only walk through there if you haven't already gotten alerts. That's their way of sort of hard, which is kind of weird. You would think at that point, if that was a hard wall of you die, well, I guess you can kill them. Maybe that's the difference. I was thinking if that's a hard wall of you're just supposed to die if you've been detected at all before that point, you would think they would just fail the mission on you, rather than letting you walk up that far with hope. Nevertheless, the only thing I really did wrong right at the end there was I tried to get out from the generator thing and run the whole way, which was dumb. I could have just probably gotten behind the boulder again. Maybe they heard me, but considering I ran when I was in the generator compound and they didn't hear that, I thought it would be fine. Nevertheless, it's going to be difficult and take me a few tries, but that's definitely viable. And presumably at that point, I'm not too far. There'll be like another guard patrolling the next generator. We do the same thing. We get through, we're good. Because at that point, we were actually in the castle grounds.
47, we have the position on the central alarm grid. Check out your map.
I said it wouldn't scare me this time. It's just so quiet before that. Okay, I've got a pretty clear picture of what is wanted from me in this mission now, though. Although it is interesting that I can only really think of two ways to do this one, which is to sneak as I'm doing around everyone, anestheticing maybe one or two persons as needed for outfits and whatnot. And the other way would be to sneak around killing literally everyone so that no one can possibly see you. So it's a bit uncharacteristic for a Hitman mission in that way. I guess this is almost a bit like the Columbia chapter in the previous game. I think I like this more than the Columbia chapter so far, this whole mountain trek sequence, but it's a bit like that in the way it kind of forces you into a lot of encounters. Not necessarily open gunfights, but encounters with guards in one sense or another. It's so tense. Ugh. Just this one guard's little route is just so bowel emptying. Actually, I could probably sneak up on them from if I went from here and anesthetize them, and it would just save me some abject terror. I'm gonna go for it. I'm very thankful they can't hear the gun clatter to the ground like that. I'm gonna go for the full 5 anesthetics on you. I know I should probably be saving a bit for the castle, but I'll have some by then still. They would give me 5 after every mission. Oh, wait. I'm not gonna have enough time, am I? It's possible, but really tight. Wait. They're checking my ID? They don't look like they are. Ah! Hang on, wait. I'm trying to melee bonk. 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 I bonked them in the nose. Is that Are they dead? I mean, they're still breathing. So I guess that's fine. No, we said that's not fine because then the snipers will kill me regardless. Oh, they get up really soon after. Okay, but you could, in theory, knock someone out that way and take their clothes. Interesting. That'll be useful for another mission. Are they still going to check my ID again before shooting me? What? It's funny. Yeah, you can... Yeah, just forget it. Never mind. As I had decided before, and then undecided, that's going to be an exercise in frustration. Not worth. Definitely possible if you were better at having a sense of how close you're allowed to walk before doing the sneaky walk. But I don't have a good sense of that. The hell was that noise? Are there hyenas in these mountains? Oh, crap. See, I really don't have a sense for... I thought I was, like, at least double the distance of where they'd hear me from walking. Oh, you know what it is? I was wondering, like... Because then I was comparing this game, you know, probably unrealistically to Metal Gear Solid 5, and I was thinking... There's a similar thing in Metal Gear Solid 5 where, like, you can crouch walk up behind someone and they only hear it within X number of meters. Why is it so much easier for me to tell in that game? Like, I know so reliably that, like, it's like 4 meters away that they hear me crouch walking, and that's when I need to pick it up. Well, in that game, I would pick it up. In this game, I would slow it down, but you know what I mean. And anyway, the point I'm getting at is that, because in Metal Gear Solid 5, it gives you a little distance to this person metric as you walk up behind them, like if you have them marked. So you can kind of math it out with how far away can they hear me walking, how far away can they hear me knock on the wall, how far away can they hear me crouch walk. And that informs your movement. Whereas in this game, I'm like, it's like roughly 2 car lengths in front of me. Maybe give or take a bread box. Ooh. That like really raspy synth chord or whatever that is on the right ear there in this track is spooky. That's spookalicious. That's freakifying. Okay, she's about to tell me about the tripwire thing. I'm not going to get... Or the grid. It's not going to scare me.
47.
Yes.
We have
the reason it usually scares me is because I'm so focused on the roots of the guard on the path at that point. Ah, interesting. I hadn't considered it, but I wonder how a guard who I knocked out waking up affects my stealth rating at the end. I don't actually really care, but if we're ever going back through this game to try and get Silent Assassin on every mission, I will care then. Those 2 guards nudged into each other as they walked. It looked almost affectionate. Hey, how are you doing? Sassy little guard, you? Little saucy hip bump. There's a story there. Can't wait to hear the greatest Hitman fanfiction ever written about these 2 guards in the mountains in the middle of Japan somewhere, with a blossoming romance even amid their monotonous guard duties. It's pretty cool how even though each level has their own kind of dramatic mission, each like world, like, you know, country has their own sort of dramatic theme, but then there's like there are some consistent stealth themes like this, which are pretty sweet. So no matter where you are, there are some things that feel pretty consistent about the sort of like mood of it. The bass is so cool there in the right ear. And then the synth comes in, it's all like, no, that doesn't happen yet. This is where the tambourines come in. So hype. This game and Crystal Chronicles are just like the meme of the 2 buff dudes appreciatively locking arms with using tambourines for intense moments. Wait, will they see me if... Yeah, they totally will. What am I doing? Why did I do that? Shit. So far I'm finding this mission frustrating, but like it's like good frustrating a lot more. Like it feels like it's supposed to just be super crazy tense and very, very, very punishing and like close sight lines and stuff like that. And I appreciate it a lot. And I think the reason it feels that way is because I actually have the body of knowledge from the previous episode that about the way these guard uniforms work, that they don't actually protect you from the other guards, they just protect you from sniper towers, etc. And that the fact that I'm actually well informed about that now means I have much clearer understanding of what the game's expectations of me are, so that when something goes wrong, I feel a bit more like, okay, I see how I didn't do what was expected of me there, I know what to rectify next time, rather than being a bit more like, am I anywhere close to the right track, or am I missing everything now? Which is how I felt through a lot of the last mission. That's a cool effect. As you turn the camera, you see like the night vision from the guards. You can see it like sort of blur and bleed over the camera lens. I guess you could probably add Saints Row 4 to that three-way respectful arm grab from earlier. Saints Row 4 does that. Isn't it like every time you anytime there's a chase scene, when you get into a car, it starts adding tambourines in the music, or every time you sprint or something like that? It's got something cool like that. Tricky thing about this rock is it's a very weird shape, so there are some spots that don't cover you nearly as much as others, which is what got me wrecked last time. I think we were saying, though, that it makes more sense to run to the third rock while they're going to the left here, you know, to the south. Like now, probably, even though they turn around very quickly. Ah! God, how did I do? I can't believe it was like 10 minutes ago and I don't remember how I did it. Did I do it when they were going north or south? I can't remember. Actually, I might have made it that time if I had just gotten around the right side of it. I kind of just panicked, stopped, and crouched when I still had like a half second left. I don't remember which is easier, so I'm just going to wait till they are going north this time. It doesn't give me as much time, but I think the sightline is probably easier. Nope, that doesn't make sense. I don't know why I thought it. I could have. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just forget it. I'll get it. I could have sworn the last time they walked like 3 steps further and looked to the left for like much longer before turning around. You get to that third rock when they're going south. South, mind. I think it is just because it takes me so long to get back there each time, and my brain has. My short-term memory sucks and I forget what it is I did last time to make it work. Aside from those snipers, which were all wielding, I don't think any of them were wielding sniper rifles, right at the sort of back entrance there, I didn't get a sense of how many other guards there were. So there's a decent chance that we will turn a corner in there and then immediately run face first into another ninja who will ID us, and that'll be an instant problem. But it may be that they don't. Well, I don't know, because most of the time it seemed like they only failed me if I actually tripped the wire. But there was that one time where it said mission failed before I was anywhere near the castle even, so I don't know. It occurs to me, when that guard woke up and, like, for some reason tried to check my ID again, after I just knocked them out, I was still holding the ballers in my hand, so it may be that it doesn't actually matter what weapon you have in your hand. I thought that was a thing in the previous games, that's why I've just kind of been assuming it's a thing here, but it may not be a thing at all.
47, we have the position on the central alarm grid. Check out your map. Be careful.
I wonder why that was in quotes. She was saying it really sarcastically. Hey, you been doing? Bap! And what cardinal direction do we go? To the third rock when they're facing south! Thank you, me, for not being such a moron this time. That said, the timing is still pretty tight, because you gotta curve around to this rock only when they're like this far. And then you really gotta go like here. Okay.
Excellent work.
Wait. Did they hear the door? What was that about? I've never seen them turn around that fast. What if I crouch into the wall? Will they not notice things then? I guess that worked. Wait, that was so weird. Why did they turn around at like the halfway point there? Did they hear me here? Oh, they probably heard me walking. Right, that's probably it. Not the door, but they heard me walking. Duh. I'm sorry, that was so weird. That threw me for such a huge loop. Also that they didn't see me. I guess maybe the chain link fence has more of a sightline than I would have thought. like I was saying back in the sniper mission, which was like the third one, I think. I'm not sure how much surfaces that we can see through are considered sightlines for them. Like maybe because I was through 2 chain link fences and the door, that was enough of me technically obscured that they thought it was fine. What? Are they gonna go turn it back on? I've never seen them go in there before. I kind of want to run, but I don't know when they're gonna turn around, so that's not a good idea. Shoot, they probably are gonna turn it back on, so I probably should be running. Yeah, I probably missed my window already. I didn't think they were gonna turn it back on. Why would they have any reason to check it all of a sudden? Maybe they don't go to turn it back on, but maybe they're scripted to just go in there looking for you once you've turned it off. It's a bit weird if so, but maybe I have just enough time to walk in here. Nope, they've turned it back on. Well, shoot. Okay, so this guard has clairvoyance. But in theory, that shouldn't be too much of a problem. I can just run away a little sooner. Oh, you don't suppose I can break it? Do you? Oh, that's probably gonna make it easier for them to not turn it back on. Although it might cause something of a stir if they go to check it again. Which I sure hope they don't. So wait, did they turn around halfway because they're going to check the generator now, or was it because they heard me? They must have heard me then. But in theory, I've busted the controls, so they can't turn it back on now. But I don't know if them noticing the controls are busted is going to cause a problem for me. I can't believe I just never considered the fact they might just turn it back on. I guess they aren't scripted to go back and turn it back on if it's broken. Their clairvoyance lets them know that would be a waste of time. What? Did they hear me run from there? I guess they must have. Why do they sometimes turn around there? Can they really not see me through the... I guess they just can't see me through the fence. That's cool, I guess, but it's so weird that they turn around like that.
Further 47.
Okay, so they can definitely hear me from that distance, which I just would never... I didn't think it was that... It must be something about the perspective of that fence that makes me think I'm farther away than I am or something. Though I guess if they can't see me through the fence whatsoever, I can use it as a sightline. The door, at least. I assume even if the generator's turned on, I can shoot it and it counts as powering off, but I'm gonna turn it off first just in case. Each time. Like maybe destroying the control panel, all that does is make it so that you can't change where it was already at. So if it was already on, it stays on. Probably not. I doubt they would do that, but it doesn't take much extra time to turn it off first before shooting, so I doubt it's a problem. Although it may be that turning it off first is what changes the guard's route to be weird. But if the chain link fence is a sightline, as we seem to be discovering, it probably will be fine. Once again, I seem to remember chain link fences and stuff like that. They did some weird stuff to your bullets in the last game, but I thought enemies could still see you through them, so I didn't think they would be a sightline in this game if they weren't in the previous, but perhaps I am the fool, and I do not understand. There is reason to it all. Really? What? Maybe that makes sense. I don't know. It was kind of hard to tell what shape the rock was in front of me, but I was pretty sure that was a sightline. Considering how cover has protected me in the past from being only partially exposed. Maybe it's my head that's the stealth hurt box or something. So moment of truth, we're about to find out if they can see you through the fence at all yet. Don't know why I said yet there.
However,
we're about to find out if they can see through the chain link fence at all, is what I meant to say.
Satellite link. Check out
I think they just can't.
Going any further 47.
So I should be able to just stand here to wait for my opportunity to go, which is a lot better than trying to get all the way from the generator to here. Provided they're not coming through here this time. Walking around a circle. Okay, so they heard that, right? That was what that was them hearing me? So I should be sneaking. I think that was the problem. That was why they kept turning around, was because I was walking up to that point. I should probably be able to walk now, and they won't turn around, right? Hide here. Wait for them to make another big long walk. then start walking away, and at some point sprint. But I've been really messing up in my head what the sprint distance is so far, so I want to walk for a fair bit before sprinting, it seems like. Of course, if they went inside there again to check, then that would be even better, because they can't see through the chain link fence. So I should be able to walk here. Sorry, I don't know, that subtitle's stuck on the screen, it seems. There's no way they'll let me run from here, so I can start running now, I'm pretty sure. This is now the farthest we've ever gotten with this thing disabled, without being caught, I mean. And we should have a good enough time getting around the one guard who's back here. They've never given us trouble before. And it's time to find out if I'm right that these guards with all the assault rifles here have the sniper AI, which is to say you can just walk in front of them and it's fine if you haven't killed anyone. I can't. So what's the point of being in here? I guess you don't go there. You must go to the one on the west side. But they haven't given me a reason that those ones would shoot me. So I'm wrong. So they have an entirely third set of AI. They say stop it like they're going to check your ID, but they also then just shoot you on sight. But I'm sure one time we were there, it said sniper acquired target. Maybe that was one of the sniper towers actually saw me from there. Anyway, okay, so I guess what that means is we're trying to go through the west side once we've got that generator busted. Whether that is, I guess, since this area is just entirely guarded, we'll want to sneak around to the west side via the back route, which means we need to get around that one guard who was here, and maybe a few more. And at that point, it's probably something like this is like a gate here that's covered by a laser, so you then need to get all the way down to here to get the other one, and get all the way back through here. So this is like, I thought maybe getting this generator was like the halfway point. That's like the quarter-way point. If you have to then sneak all the way around to the west side, sneak down to the generator, turn it off, sneak back, and then get through that door, there's way more to this mission than I thought. Well, not way more, but I thought it would be able to get in from that east side and just go. That's very weird. I'm just trying to think, is it really just a matter of they modeled the level and then realized they didn't want you to be able to go that way, so they put a bunch of guards who would instantly kill you? Or was it a matter of, like, they're putting a bunch of guards there so that you can, if you're going a lethal route, it's like a little sniping challenge for you to take them all out before they cause an alarm? I don't know. It seems very weird that room exists at all. A room where there's no possibility of sneaking through. There are a bunch of guards looking at it, but it's right on the other side of this thing that you just unlocked. So you're like, oh goody, time to get in here, and you just go in and die. I didn't think there was like the guards around the castle had any different outfits or anything, but that maybe is the case. But then again, they screamed Yame when I got near, once again, which kind of makes it seem like they would, quote, check my ID anyway. Oh right, I have to sneak. Sorry, let me stop rambling. There's a bit of the stuff from last mission where it's like the logic of this level is very strange and not fully explained in terms of why some guards come after you, some don't. Why some guards' routes change seemingly at random, etc. But it's not. It's. I would say it still feels like it's good frustrating so far. Because at least now I understand there's a route that I'm meant to take.
47, we have the position on the central alarm grid. Check out your map. Be careful.
Random thought. I was, excuse me. I had a dream about this. Well, not this game in particular the other day, but Hitman in general the other day. It was like I was playing some weird cross. It was like a Hitman Resident Evil hybrid, where 47 had to go down into like this crypt where there were a bunch of zombies to get his target, who was also a zombie, I think. And it turns into this like big, like QuickTime event at one point where he's like sliding down this grimy sewer, and you're like pulling Super Mario 64 wall jumps from one end to the other to avoid like huge spikes that are coming out of the wall and everything. It was a crazy ass dream. And before even that, I had a dream about the whatever the last mission in St. Petersburg was. It was the embassy, right? Yeah. Before we did that mission, I had a dream that the last mission in St. Petersburg was like a post office that was like 10 floors high, and the target was just somewhere in it, and he also had to deliver like some sketchy blackmail to one of the floors at some point in the middle of it. So this game's been on my mind, in other words. It's interesting how, just to consider this, that the Hitman games have such a designated structure in my mind that I can dream about them so vividly. It's just weird. Like I can dream up a Hitman mission unconsciously. So I don't know what it is that made them walk in here at that one point, but it seems like maybe if you interrupt their route by walking and they hear the noise, then they turn around whatever direction they were already headed. So that was also throwing a wrench in things, making it more confusing to understand. That subtitle's still stuck there. Sorry about that. Not sure why that happens. And I'm sure no one is. Probably not no one. Probably there's someone who understands. Jeepers, I've already been going 2 hours. It's probably going to be yet another rather long episode, I'm afraid. I should be able to cut a fair bit of it out. Okay, so now what we're trying to do is, I think, get over to the west back exit. Entrance, whatever. Take it in stride as you step side to side. They're just different points of view. Thing is, I don't have a clue about your route so far, so getting around to that castle could be very easy, could be very difficult, I'm not sure, so I'm just going to hang out here for a bit. We've shot the heck out of the generator, so it's not like they can turn it back on anyway. Okay, you turn around there. I was kind of thinking you'd walk a little farther than that, so that's interesting. At least we have the adventurous Japan theme to keep our spirits high. So are you just walking like on the outer kind of ring of this, maybe? Like you're kind of walking like this, such that there'll be a point where you're like in here that I should just go, yeah. It seems like maybe so, because you just turned around there. Actually, as a matter of fact, I'm expecting you to keep walking forward. I should be able to just kind of dart in and around like this. Don't think you'll hear my jogging from this distance. Don't know what other kinds of guards are here, though. Oh, you can actually see the snow, like, getting carried by the wind over the other snow. That's really cool. So I'm seeing no one just yet. There's all those guards there. And where's the actual back entrance here? Oh, it's there. Ah, I see. So it's... the first gate is open here. But there's another gate just beyond that is... oh, hold on. So this is another... then... But then... oh, so maybe the front has now been opened as well? Because we're pretty confident that this route is a no-go. So this is maybe how we get there at by the end. But in reality, when we shut this off, we're supposed to go back down here, and then this will be open, and somehow we get in, and that lets us out here. I guess that does kind of make more sense. It's a bit closer by. Oh, golly, okay. But when we did get this, we would head out there and then go to the left. Is that right? Seems so. Well, I'm gonna give it a go at, heading back to the front entrance. Is it at all possible I could get through here? I mean, maybe? No, they'll probably see this, right? If I just book it along this wall. Oh, they probably won't see now. This is more like a way to get back, I suppose. Getting up here from down there is pretty impossible, because the only way up is like there, where they all are. But, my camera was in a wall. But getting back down, once you're up here, that's pretty convenient, I guess. Oh, no, never mind. These people will definitely see all this. Well, too late now. There's no way I'm getting back at this point, so... Did they genuinely not see that? Oh my god! That's some luck. Rather convenient, that. Sure enough, this first front door is open. I kind of assumed the front would be what got opened last. But once again, we have absolutely no clue about what kind of guard detail is inside here. Only that there probably is some. So I don't really back my chances getting this on the first go. Especially as I don't get any kind of signal of, I don't get them marked on my radar. Who? Where? That person? Is that... I have no idea what just happened.
Well done, 47. You just need to take out one more unit for safe passage to the castle.
I do?
However, we don't know where it's hidden.
Oh!
It's not marked on any map, and not detected by satellite. You're on your own on this one, 47. Take care.
Neat. I sort of thought I'd kind of lost already, because someone mysteriously saw me. Okay, crap. I mean, I guess it could be up here. I don't know who saw me and said stop it just then, but you know what? Maybe if the game is going to count me as not failed just yet, I'll carry on. It must be only if you trip the wire then that it's a problem. So maybe someone else tripped the wire the first time it said mission failed before I was near the castle? I have no idea what's going on. These are some neat weapons. I guess I can't take them because there would have been a spot on my wall for them. If I could. Oh yeah, sure enough, that's where it is. That looked like a conspicuous spot on the map, so I was like, let's check there first. Neat! Intuition wins again, baby! I can't seem to shoot this one out for some reason. Nevertheless, that means I should be good to just sprint to the end now, right? Oh, weird. Okay, should I go from this way or try and sneak all the way back out? I'm gonna try and go from this... Actually, what's this like here? Okay, guards. But that right there is where I'm trying to kind of trying to head. I guess it makes more sense to start from over here. Oh wow, okay, I'm really playing with fire now. I have no idea what's going on. hope you don't turn right around on yourself. Actually, I should have very much stayed inside till I knew. But I can also leave through here, so let's do that. Okay, you're stopping there, so I should be able to just sneak like so here. You're walking pretty fast. Might be able to jog now. Okay, but I'm like really guesstimating my way through the rest of this. That looks interesting, but I'm gonna ignore it for the moment. And here is where you get. This is where you get to the exit, right? Seems good. Okay, I don't know what it was with when I entered the staircase. Someone said stop, like that was a problem, but sweet, we got through. I had near max stealth, so if I had just not shot so many bullets at the stupid generators in an effort to disable them, we would have been good there. That's close enough as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, I actually did that with full stealth. That one's a lot of fun. Again, a few sort of weird choices. I don't really understand what the point of that back entrance on the east was at all. I guess only for those who were playing lethally. But nevertheless, it's a quite an interesting and fun mission, that, and I think now with the body of knowledge I had from the previous one about the way these guards worked and that the outfit was just to protect you from the snipers only until you've caused a fuss, I didn't mind that so much. This one does require a little trial and error, which isn't inherently bad, really. It's more that, like, had I known before that you can cause a stir and it doesn't insta-fail you, it's just running through it seems to be mostly running through the lasers that's the issue. I feel like there might have been some way to be a bit more clear about that in the briefing, for instance. My rating is Ninja Extraordinaire, though, so I mean, how can we really be that upset? That's actually a way cooler title than Silent Assassin. Every time I complete a mission, I should just fire a bunch of bullets into the air anyway, so I get the rating Ninja Extraordinaire. Neat! So, next time here, it looks like we're finally taking on the actual Hayamoto Senior mission of this, and we'll be, I guess, headed out of Japan at that point, so this Japan chapter was kind of short. Well, it was 4 missions, so it was about as many as St. Petersburg, but it feels kind of shorter because we like shifted locations a lot, whereas all of St. Petersburg was basically like in the city somewhere. It was like we were in like a rural little like spa or whatever that was, and then we went into the mountains, and now we're going from the mountains to a castle. So Japan has been a very varied location, which we're hopefully putting to rest next time, along with Hayamoto Senior. I have no idea how that's going to go. It feels like it'll be a difficult and complex mission just because we're sneaking into a castle. But neat, let's continue and see if they give us a briefing or if it just plops us right on in as before. Briefing, cool. So we'll hear this next time. Shogun Showdown. Looks like we're like halfway through the game. That's all for now. Next week on the channel is going to be I'm going to go back and just do a little quick review of all the Wii Sports Platinum medals we got recently, because it feels like we need a bit of closure there and just some reviewing of everything that occurred, because so many things occurred. And next time here, Shogun Showdown. My apologies again for a sort of long and sort of very strange episode this was, but that was quite a fun mission and I enjoyed it. I think I would say a fair bit more than Hidden Valley. Thank you so very much for coming around. Hopefully I'll see you around. Admiral's gotta be out of here now. Peace! I could be totally wasting my time, and if there is a screwdriver for this place, there's nothing to stop them from putting it in another level somewhere. And you would be up and be like, what the hell is this about? And then later it turns out to be fruits. But I may as well. Because the puzzle's so far, the heart's happy with that kind of...